These are things that shouldn't have been in the air, but ended up there anyway. First up, and we mean up, a porta potty. When high winds swept through a Denver, Colorado fairground in 2018, this toilet took to the skies. The Johnny on the go went and went, dozens of feet into the air as if it were a kite before crashing to earth. In the summer of 2020, a kite festival in Taiwan saw lots of things in the sky, including, unintentionally, this little girl. The 3-year-old hangs onto a kite for dear life as the wind whips her 30 feet into the air. Terrified onlookers could do nothing until, thankfully, a current brought her close to the ground, where someone was able to grab her. She wasn't seriously injured, though her parents did report she was a bit dazed from the incident. In a Facebook post, the northern Taiwan town's mayor apologized for what happened and promised to review the festival's safety protocols. Another little girl took a temporary flight in March of 2017. The 4-year-old skipped to her front door, and when she tried to open it, the door took her for a ride.
I'm unloading everything out of the car, and I look at the glimpse of the corner of my eye. I see Madison flying on the door.
The Ohio child probably didn't expect this would happen.
At first I was scared because I thought she was actually blowing away, couldn't control herself. And then, once we get inside and I saw it myself, I was laughing hysterically.
However, she was able to hang on to the door and to the cell phone in her hand. That same week, scientists at a weather observatory in New Hampshire had to deal with some intense winds. This meteorologist was one umbrella away from doing a Mary Poppins. In 2019, this Florida dad went airborne to save his own child. Albert's toddler son, Rocco, was walking along the edge of a pool. Albert called out for him to be careful. But the 18-month-old fell in. In a second, Dad took a flying leap over the 4-foot fence to make the save. Albert said adrenaline kicked in. Inside Edition's Megan Alexander spoke to him.
Do you think your athleticism played a part?
Anybody would do that. You don't have to have any kind of ability to jump over a fence. It's a kid's in trouble. You got to get to them as quickly as you possibly can.
Another inadvertent airborne event happened in 2018 on America's Got Talent. A married couple performed their trapeze act in front of a packed audience. In the middle of the routine, something went wrong. The woman slipped through his grip and fell to the ground. After several terrifying moments, she got to her feet to show that she was okay. The duo spoke to Inside Edition's Stephen Fabian.
Guys, I gotta say, this was scary to watch. Mary, are you okay? Do you have any injuries?
Yes, I'm okay. The worst thing that happened was it kind of knocked the breath out of me and I had a bruise on my back.
Fortunately, there was an 8-inch pad beneath them.
We've worked for shows in the past where they haven't wanted to give us a safety mat, and that's something that we refuse to do. We have a son now, and we do have to be safe.
People out there will say, oh, this was all part of the act. Was it?
No.
No, it was. No, we were definitely planning on catching that trick.
In September of 2020, magician David Blaine took a risky on-purpose flight using a bunch of balloons. He hung on to 52 big balloons as they took him into the Arizona sky.
Right now we got you at about 7,200 feet.
As he went up, Blaine looked a bit like the movie Up. He said his actual inspiration was the 1956 film The Red Balloon that he watched as a kid. Blaine was able to talk to his daughter mid-flight.
It's amazing. It's so beautiful. And again, it's like magic.
At 20,000 feet, he had to use his oxygen tank.
I think you should put that on. Let me cross 20, and it goes on.
Seconds later, he let go for a free fall before activating his chute. He touched down safely.
Yeah! Is he there?
A 2019 fire in Turkey made for a very unsafe airborne situation. After an incident at a factory shot a metal drum high into the sky. The canister looked like a rocket as it soared into the air. After several seconds aloft, it came crashing down to earth. Fortunately, it didn't hit anyone, but it was a closer call than anyone would have liked. There was another airborne close call in Pittsburgh in 2017 as a car fell off a highway and landed in a parking lot. Miraculously, the driver walked away. Finally, watch as this car takes flight, landing in the second floor of a building. The 2018 incident was caught on a driver's dashcam in Southern California. Firefighters say the car crossed 3 lanes of traffic at a high speed before hitting a divider and launching into the air. Another miracle. Neither the driver nor the passenger was seriously hurt. This is Inside Edition Digital.